G'day everyone, I'm Wayne Dowsett from Wayne Dowsett Fine Art. We're here in Tamworth at the memorial for the Australian Light Horse. And what a fitting place to start this video. Last weekend we camped on a property to take some photos and to film some of the guys from the 12th Light Horse Troop of Murrurundi, and it was their training day. Well, Jacqueline and I arrived on the property in the afternoon, and the property is owned by this lovely lady. Her name's Marion. She lives at Blandford, which is the town before Murrurundi, and we had dinner with everyone and camped the night, and this is what I awoke to. Beautiful sunrise. So I got up early, took some photos, took some video, had a look around. It was just such a picturesque property, it really is. And Marion has quite a few Hereford cattle, and it's quite a big property too. Beautiful gum trees. I look forward to going again and trekking around the place. It was very, very nice. It's got some horses. There was a Clydesdale there. And Ian camped with us as well. He camped in his horse float, and then he was up early in the morning getting his horse ready for the day's events. So I took the opportunity to take some photos of Ian. We had some breakfast and we waited for the rest of the troop, and when they arrived it was time to get down to business. So they do some warm-up exercises and things. So Ian was there, and that's Kevin, Sarah, and Bram the man. And so they do some walking around in formation, that sort of thing. They warm their horses up. And Dell was there, so she was explaining. They do this sort of thing, you know, back during the war days, horses would have had to cross bridges and pontoons and such. And Ian's horse, it's an ex-race horse, and was a bit lame on the day. So when it came to doing jumps, it was Sarah, Bram and Kevin going through their paces. So we got some fantastic photographs of the guys doing jumps. You can see the property's just so beautiful. And there's Bram and Sarah. There was time to use lances and see the little hoop. They're hanging, they're velcroed on, and the guys use those for target practice. So Ian was first up, running his horse through its paces, showing us how it's done. And then Sarah. So you can see it'd be fairly difficult. That's a small target. You're on horseback. This is the way they would have trained back in the old days too. And Bram, he just looks so at ease on the horse. He really does. And Kevin, well, I don't know much about horses, but his horse had 2 speeds, stop and flat out. And Kevin used the sabre. I think, you know, if he used the lance and dropped it in the ground, he'd end up pole vaulting with his horse. They were that fast. But I like the way his horse looked, and there you can see he just went flat out. It's a nice looking horse. It'd be good in some paintings. And then they were doing some head chopping. So they set up a course, and using the sabre you're attacking on both sides of the horse. And there's Sarah going through the paces. So the guys, they really take it seriously. There's Bram. You wouldn't like to be on the sharp end of that sabre. So we had a fantastic day, photographing and videoing the troop. There's Kevin. And we had lunch. Everyone stopped by and had lunch. After lunch they did a bit of rifle drills. And we really had a fantastic day. They're all lovely guys. And I'd like to say hello to Dell, Marion, Faye, Jenny, Sarah, Ian, Kevin, Bram, Rodney and George. Thanks guys, it was brilliant.